Hello, and welcome to today's Peaky Card reading. Today's topic is what are people secretly noticing about you but won't say. For that, we have two piles, pile number one and pile number two. Now, let's get started. And, guys, if you like my content, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Now, let's get started. Hello, pile one. Let's see what are people secretly noticing about you but won't say. Clearly, you have grown way wiser. You have fallen, you have had your own share of fall downs and failures, but you have learned from those. You used to be probably a more, um, you know, uh, you would, you are like, remember, a fool too has always been a fool one. So you used to be probably a little bit reckless, not in a negative way, but a little bit like you would take decisions and not think things through for a much. So that kind of a situation you have been into earlier, and that has given you a lot of failures. Like, without prior thinking, you probably have committed to things, or have done or said things which has made you really like go through difficult times. So if you jump, and before you think, you just jump, you can have those kind of unseen circumstances which you have faced. And that is something like people noticing that you have become way wiser. Today also you tend to take risks, but before that you try to go through the pros and cons of it. Eight of Pentacles, you are a person who is extremely, people are noticing you have become extremely workaholic. Your work ethics has improved a lot. Your work ethics are through the roof. People are noticing that this is a person, probably earlier you were mostly like from a procrastinator to being a proactive person. That's the change I'm seeing, and people are noticing that about you. You have become very driven, very focused, especially regarding the things in your life that matter, maybe your career, your personal life, anything. You have become way more focused, way more determined. Like, you know what, I'm gonna do and do it. That kind of a, like, if you like, you know what, once we put our mind to something, most things we can be sorted. And you have become a believer of that. You have become way more proactive. Then literally I'm getting that proactive, to the extent of becoming a workaholic, but still a proactive person from a procrastinator. Okay, and you've come a long way in life. You literally hold the key to your journey, your destiny, your success. Like, now people are noticing that this is a person who has grown a lot. A lot of you have gone to a different country, maybe on scholarship, maybe for jobs, to a country or a continent, and are setting yourself up, adjusting your life up there. Some of you are doing that. Some of you have literally grown a lot in your life, literally growing a lot in your life. The Devil card, you are a person who is like, you have become way more suave, very well dressed, very polished and sophisticatedly dressed today. Also, I'm seeing maybe some of you have learned different languages. Like, your presentation, the presentability, the packaging has improved tenfolds, maybe in the last 5 6 years. And last 6 months, 1 year has been really intense, and people are noticing that about you. All right, guys, up until now, if you like my content, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Your support means the world to me. So if you like my content, please support my channel. All right, so now yeah, you're getting a lot of attention. I'm seeing a lot of, you know what, typically I'm getting a lot of flirtatious vibes. You're getting a lot of attention, way more than what you used to get earlier, and people notice that. Of course, people, you've become way more attractive actually. And I'm seeing a little bit more flirty, more open to such conversations. So you're becoming more approachable, and people notice that. Like, earlier you were probably a little more clumsy. This, you are more sorted, if you know what I mean. Nine of Wands, you are very desirable. You have become extremely desirable, extremely logical, desirable, extremely courageous. People notice that courage factor about you for sure. Yeah, the Sun card. Clearly, people are seeing you as a successful person. Today, I'm seeing the change people are noticing is that they are seeing you in a different light. Their perception of you, like let's say X, like, oh yeah, I mean, they knew that you had the potential, but they didn't know how far you'll be able to go with that, because you are not exactly a very go-getter in life, but you are today an absolutely go-getter who has that energy, courage, focus, determination to turn your dreams into a reality. King of Swords, you are a person who is like, you know what I'm seeing, you guys, a lot of you could be into something very intellectual, very, could be very academically blessed. A lot of you could be like into the STEM field, or academically blessed, or like street smart people. What I'm saying is, earlier you wouldn't use that smartness. This, you have started using that smartness. Congratulations. So you guys have started using the things that you were born with, the qualities that you were born with naturally. The Emperor card, I'm seeing, like, you know what, you have actually grown a lot as a person. That's a clear message. People are noticing that you have matured in your situation. You have like you have faced failures and you have impressed them. You have literally taken them on your chin and have moved on. You have implemented different habits, and that has given you some massive success in your life. That's what I'm seeing. The Emperor card. The Hierophant, you are a person whom people tend to come to for suggestions. I'm seeing a lot of you today, people are coming to you for suggestions. A lot of you could be a therapist, a counselor also, but by and large, what I'm seeing is a teacher, therapist, counselor, somebody. You are somebody whom people tend to look up to. Okay, so if this person could do it, so can we. That is the mindset I'm getting. Wheel of Fortune, you are a person who has literally turned, who is, rather, what I'm seeing, you are in the process of turning your wheels of fate into wheels of fortune, wheels of favor. Literally, you're turning your own destiny with your own hard work, and people are noticing that about you. Nine of Pentacles, you are somebody, this is a beautiful card. This Nine of Pentacles is a beautiful card. I'm seeing a lot of abundance. You are living an abundant life, whatever that might mean to you, but I'm seeing, compared to where your life was 4-5 years back and today, you are living a much more abundant, prosperous, very very secure, very, internally very satisfied life. That's what I'm seeing, and people notice that you are a very satisfied individual. You are happy with where you are. You are happy with how far you have come in. Okay, the Sun card twice. Wow, congratulations. I'm seeing some, maybe in the foreseeable future, you guys are getting some massive success, and people are noticing that. Like, you are getting that promotion that you have worked so hard for. You are at last getting that pay raise, and you're probably buying your first, I'm seeing a lot of you, those milestones are being hit, like first car, first house, graduation, masters, PhD, like things that we, like, people tend to notice in us, those kind of milestones getting hitched also. So I'm seeing like some massive milestones you guys are hitting in life. Also, I'm seeing some, literally most of you, a position raise, hence your work pressure increase, and you are working very diligently, and hence you are having you have to make a lot of work trips, a lot of short trips. Maybe some of you could be travel vloggers, but mostly for your work, you guys are like going through a lot of travels, short time travels, short distance travels. Also, I'm seeing an upgradation in your lifestyle in general, like upgradation in the place you live in, the vehicles you drive, everything, your wardrobe, everything. There is an upgradation, and you're looking more polished, of course. and people are noticing that secretly about you. Gemini can be significant for a lot of you. You're speaking really well. Earlier you probably would fumble, but today you people are actually approaching you for your speeches. People are loving and noticing your speeches. Stargazer, set your sights higher. Literally, a lot of you could be Aquarius. I'm getting Capricorn, Aquarius, Libra, Sagittarius. These are the vibes I'm primarily getting. What I'm saying is, you guys are very ahead. A Gemini. Sorry, I moved. You know, you're very ahead of your times, very ahead, very driven. You know where you need to reach, you know how far you have come and where you need to reach. That kind of a vibe I'm getting. Take time to breathe out. You guys are disseminating moon. What I'm seeing is, you guys are like, you guys are working so hard in life. You guys are like very focused at what you do, taking time to breathe out and focus. You're focusing at things that matter to you. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Aries can be significant for a lot of you, and it's time to take action. You're very Aries can be significant, absolutely. Actually, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius can be significant. Aquarius, Librans can, Gemini can be significant. Like the air and the fire signs. You're very action oriented today. You're very action oriented, very driven, very focused. And like, you know what, all of these things people are noticing about you secretly. They're speaking behind your back like, oh my goodness, I didn't know they had such awesome work ethics. I didn't know they could work so hard. I didn't know they could achieve that body that they have today, maybe. And you're hitting those goals one after the other, and people are noticing that. Awakening, energetic upgrades. A lot of you have got like very higher vibrational. You have become way high vibrational. Today you are no longer a people pleaser. Today you are no longer suffering from that imposter syndrome, that maybe it's not meant for me and stuff like that. Instead, you are just walking your, like, you know, you're walking very hard, very hard. Take time to breathe out. You know, people are noticing that you're working so hard that probably you don't have that breathing space and breathing time. So some of them are probably saying that this person probably should take a breather, little bit of like spaced out. You're working very hard. Warrior, be fearless and stand strong. You guys are fearless. You guys are like this warrior, somebody who are very strong, fearless, courageous, determined. You don't care about the outcome. You are only bothered about how hard you can work, how like is to just give you 100%. That's what bothers you. Mu, this is a good time to go on a new adventure. You guys have literally gone out on a new adventure. I'm seeing like, you guys, your life has turned into an adventure. A lot of you are actually going out on different adventures, maybe trying things out. Like, I'm just giving an example: skydiving, bungee jumping, or maybe you've started living a more adventurous life. You've started becoming more risk taker. More risk taking has become your hallmark today. Earlier you are probably a more scared, risk averse person. Today you are not. Don't let pride get into the way. Leo can be significant. Yes, Leo, of course. You're also very humble. In spite of the success, the milestones that you're being able to hit, you are not a proud person. You are not a show off at all. You are not a show off. Take time to breathe out. Yeah, okay, we have done that. Okay, move in a new direction. Clearly, a lot of you are traveling a lot. Yeah, this is a repeat message. One is the courage, hard work. Another one is this: you guys have to move a lot. You guys are literally making a lot of trips and travels very frequently, maybe international trips as well, but mostly probably domestic. So you're flying in and around a lot, in and out a lot, and people are noticing that. You know, you have a very living out of the suitcase kind of lifestyle right now. Expectations, don't seek anyone's approval. Today you have changed so much that you no longer seek other people's approval. So I'm saying there was a time when you used to be a people pleaser, but today you're no longer that way. You are only interested in being the best possible version of your own self, the highest possible version of your own self. Mural, be your own first priority. You have learned at last that, you know what, if I can't prioritize myself, I shouldn't expect others to do that for me. I shouldn't expect others to respect me. So, you have your sense of boundaries, your sense of self respect has increased. Earlier, probably you don't like you would let other people bulldoze your boundaries. Today that doesn't happen anymore. Villain, you can always rewrite the story. You are a person who has at last managed to rewrite the story of your life. You have at last managed to rewrite everything that was wrong in your life and have re-walked on your own self. Yes, it's a new you, a better upgraded version of the old self. Princess, you can be your own knight. You have actually become your own knight. You have become so courageous. People are noticing that this is a person who is so courageous, so determined. They know exactly what to do, how far they have come, and what they need to do right now, and they are constantly working on those. Nostalgia, focus on the here and now. Yeah, you are also very focused in your current reality. Like, what will happen if I do this? Yeah, that is all right, but let me just finish my work first. Being very, very present in your current reality is another thing that people are noticing. You have become way more proactive, actually. All right, guys, I hope you have had some clarity over your situation. If yes, guys, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Namaste. Hello, hello, pile 2. Let's see what are people secretly noticing about you but won't say. Clearly, you are a very, very balanced person. Temperance, typically, you are a very fair person, somebody who has been through a lot of turmoil in their lives. Remember, it's number 14. It comes after number 13, which is basically the death and rebirth. So that part, that tower moment situation has happened in your life, and a lot of you have been burnt in your life. You have felt dejected, rejected, defeated, really a turmoil filled situation, and you have been through that, and that has made you very aware, very balanced, very like trying to do the right thing kind of a person you are. You're also very creative. A lot of you could be Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpios, and you are very, very creative when it comes to your work. The moon card typically tells me that you are a very genuinely creative person. Intuitively, instincts are very strong. For a lot of you, you are very intuitively blessed, very naturally so. Like, you are not trend, and maybe if you have an intuition about something or somebody, they usually tend to come true. Okay, number 12, the Hangman. Clearly, you are a very enlightened kind of a person. In fact, what I'm seeing is there was a time in your life when you felt that, what, life can't get any worse than this. So it was from there was like a tipping point, like, what, I just can't do this anymore. Maybe a lot of you have been in a narcissistic either relationship or a family scenario, or maybe a narcissistic boss. Just giving an example, it could be like a very stretched financial situation, and you are just trying to get by. But beyond a certain point, you believe, and I'm mostly getting it's more in a not a non-materialistic level. Like, you are like, what, this is it. It can't I can't just go through this like I mean, I need to get a better life. There was like an enlightenment that happened, like a light switch that was turned on, and you started working on yourself. You started pulling yourself out of that scenario. I'm seeing spirituality has helped you big time in doing so. In It has helped you in making the best out of your situation. Whatever life had thrown at you, you have tried to make the best out of that situation. I'm just you know setting the camera a little bit better. Okay, right. The Magician card, clearly, what, the Magician has a infinite sign. I'm seeing that you are like a very, like, you have got infinite potential about you. That's what people are noticing. Like, there is an inherent change in you. I'm seeing you have become a person who is a fantastic, a lot of you could be very much into spirituality, into astrology, things like tarot, crystals, astro, numerology, those kind of things. tend to come very naturally to you, and you guys have created a life for your own self with your own determination and your own manifestation capabilities. And that is something that people are noticing. Remember, the magician is one of the most beautiful cards. The magician has all the four elements of nature which you have used to manifest the current life into reality, and people are noticing that about you. Alright, guys, if you like my content, then please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Your support means an awful lot to me. Right, the Five of Wands. You're a very balanced person. A lot of you could be Librans and Capricorns, very balanced. Both talk about balance and stability. Since you have been through phases where you didn't feel stable enough, which were not stable enough, so you are one of those people who try to make you, the life a little bit stable. Like, you appreciate the kind of stability that you have in your life today, and that is something that people, like, you're a very stable person, very reliable, very dependable, and these are the key points that people also notice about you. You are a great arm candy. I'm seeing a lot of people would love to date you if you are single, and even if you are not single, then also a lot of people are actually secretly hitting on you, and they notice you. You are extremely noticeable, for because you guys tend to, yeah, you're very well dressed. Usually you're very, like, well put together. Like, I'm seeing you guys tend to get a lot of praise, a lot of attention wherever you go, and you're always, you ensure that you put your best foot forward. So even if you're going to a restaurant, you are given the special corner table or the center table, whatever you ask for. You tend to get those favors very easy. Then people notice that this is a person whom everybody tend to prefer. You know what I'm seeing is, you guys also have very good skill in in understanding, deciphering what people want. Because if you realize what people want and you behave a certain way, you, like, you understand the pulse of people and you accordingly act, that can give you a lot of popularity, which is, I'm seeing, like, people notice that this is a person who is very popular and absolutely desirable person, very just, yeah, very just, balanced. A lot of Libras, a lot of you could be related to the law and paralegal and advocates and lawyers. That is one thing. And activisms, I'm seeing, yes, and animal right activists. Or maybe you tend to speak up always whenever you feel that things and situations are not being just and fair. You guys, like, other people will brush it off, you guys tend to speak out. Eight of Swords, but in reverse. Clearly I'm seeing there has been a situation where you felt stuck. Okay, Eight of Swords back to back, and I love this kind of messages. You know what, it's the Eight of Swords. There was a time when you literally felt stuck. I'm seeing a lot of you felt stuck at your own home. I'm sorry, it could be your marital home, it could be your, like, own home of origin, but you guys felt really stuck, very claustrophobic, and there was no way out, it seemed. And you, but that couldn't deter you. You know, with the reverse card, typically I'm getting that anything, like, nothing could actually deter you. You were dejected, but you didn't give up. You chose to fight. You are a born fighter. Yeah, literally, you are facing so many hurdles and still standing strong. That is exactly. People notice that this is a person who have faced so many hurdles and impediments coming their way, but they stood strong. They decided to fight their battles, and that's exactly what you did. And you have won that battle, my dear pile number two. Really. The Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you have literally. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of you have fought some massive battles to turn your destiny in your favor, and that has happened. Some of you have had health issues and illnesses going along with that, and you guys have won over all. Remember, even the health issues are a part of our enemy circle. You are very good at winning over enemies and those people who are constantly conspirating against you, but you're very good at, turning the odds in your favor. That's what I'm seeing, and people really, really are noticing that about you. All right, you're very, very good with kids and small animals. So what people notice is, this is a person, if you are a parent already, they are a fantastic parent, and people notice that. Or they feel that, if this person becomes a parent, they will make a very good parent, or a very good aunt and an uncle, and a very good pet parent as well. Like, you are very good with pets, cats and dogs, and even like any pets. And people, especially the smaller ones, you're very, very diligent with them. Like, people tend to probably park their kids and pets with you. You're probably that go-to person. Like, kids want to stay with you, pets want to stay around you. Three of Cups, you are a person who is extremely, I'm seeing you get a lot of limelight, and a lot of gossip goes on with this lizard heads. Typically, you believe in living your life to the fullest. You believe in speaking up whenever you feel something is wrong, and I'm seeing a lot of negative stuff going on in the background against you, because some people just cannot take the truth at face value. Let's face it, right? So I'm seeing a lot of people not being able to take what is coming. They tend to criticize you, so you get a lot of gossip behind your back as well. But people notice that people tend to talk about you as well. I mean, people talk about us when we are doing something, when we are doing actually pretty well, or else people just ignore us, right? So you matter. Your commitment is being tasted. I'm seeing you are a person who is extremely, you have been extremely committed, and under severe, serious trials and tribulation scenario also, you chose not to give up. That's a great, great positive. Kudos, my dear pile number two. Rattlesnake, the experiences that you're presently going through are an initiation into fulfilling your purpose as a healer. Exactly. A lot of you could be healers, like doctors, to naturopaths, to homeopaths, to psychiatrists, like two spiritual healers, anything. Like, a lot of you are natural healers. I'm saying, like, naturally you always wanted to be that only, a healer of some sort. And you know what, once you've been through a lot of pain, you realize how painful life can be. Cat, it's time to strike out on your own and relinquish your own over dependency on others. You know what, the cat is a very independent, self-reliant kind of a creature. And you know what, after being backstabbed severely in life, I'm seeing it made you very self-reliant, because probably you stopped trusting others, so you became more self-reliant. You now are the shoulder which people used to cry on. And that is something people notice as well. Like, this is a person who is extremely dependable and reliable. Elements, remember to feel the warmth pulsing through her words. You are a child of mother, true harmony awaits you. What I'm seeing is, literally, I'm seeing this gives me a more of a magician kind of a vibe. You use the elements of nature to you have actually used to manifest your current reality, a better version of your own self into reality. And people notice that this is a person who are an awesome manifester. Shaman, trust in higher forces. You are one of those people who has a lot of belief in the higher forces. You are like, you have totally surrendered yourself to the ultimate higher power. Your hard work is paying off. Capricorn can be significant for a lot of you, and people notice that you are a very, very hard working person. Like, nothing came easy in your life, and you are eternally grateful for whatever has happened in your life. She Wolf, unleash the wild within. You are a wild, wild person on the inside. Excuse me. You are like this wolf. You are like this wolf. Like, a wolf is somebody who is not much bothered initially, but if somebody rubs them a wrong way, like, in no uncertain terms will she pounce at them. You can literally rip people apart with that. Direction guardian, choose your path. I'm seeing like you are, I'm seeing literally choosing your path. You are walking in a certain direction. You are walking in, like, seriously, choosing your path is, you are a person who, like, people notice that this is a person with a sense of direction, with a sense of purpose, and they are walking in that direction for sure. Show the world the real you, Aquarius. Aquarius can be significant for a lot of you, and showing the world the real you. Literally, I'm seeing that you're one of those people who are getting the appreciation that they deserve but were always ignored earlier. But people are noticing how good you are at what you do. You're also very self reflecting. Remember, this is one of those major criterias which can actually help us survive and evolve is self reflection. Yes, having faith in your own dreams. Have faith in your own dreams. You know what? People notice that this is a person who has immense faith in their own capabilities and in their own dreams. Like, you know what? You believe that if I don't believe in my own dreams, then how will they come to be? And people really notice that, respect you for that. Tiger, you are being called upon to provide leadership, so trust that you are capable of doing so. You are a person, you are like this tiger, a very strong leadership qualities can be seen in you. I'm sorry. Okay, you guys have very strong leadership qualities about you, and people notice that, very naturally born leader. People come to you for direction and not the other way around. It's because of the life experiences that you have had, which were pretty intense, some of it very painful as well. The energy is gaining momentum. I'm seeing you guys are getting a lot more popularity these days. You guys are getting what you felt was always something that you deserved, and you guys are receiving those as well at the end. Your dreams need a practical plan, Taurus. Taurus can be significant for a lot of you. Your dreams need a practical plan. You are somebody, I'm seeing, like, your dreams, you are a person who is not just a dreamer. You have a lot of faith in your dreams. At the same time, you are somebody who puts in a lot of work in order to make your dreams a reality. So you do not really, you do not just dream about it. You put in the work, and the manifestation is also a part of that. Let me tell you, win-win outcome is the focus. People are seeing you as a winner. People think the way in which you're working, like, you are gonna make something really big out of your life for sure. Release your guilt. A lot of you have learned to better your sense of boundaries. Earlier you saying no to others were difficult, but today you have learned that in order to self preserve, you'll have to say no to some people. And the guilt that comes from it is severe, and you have learned that you need to release them as well. Gray endings are inevitable, of course. You are seeing it like inevitable endings. Like, you know that in order to move up in life, you have to let go of the situations and people who are no longer serving your life purpose. And you have to let go of a lot of people whom you thought were your own but actually turned out to be traitors. So, letting go is a very painful yet very liberating process, and you have been through that. People notice that how evolved you are. Justice is coming. People feel that, this is a person who has been through a lot in life but have come out as a winner. So today they should get exactly what they deserve. Surround yourself with love. Yeah, you are, people notice that you are a very introverted, private person, somebody who tend to surround themselves with things and people that they love and care about. It could be your pet cat, it could be the plants, it could be a few of your friends, and that's that. And people really appreciate these things about you. All right, pile number two. I hope you have had some clarity over your situation, guys. If yes, please hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Your support means an awful lot to me. Thank you. Namaste.